Dear girl child watching this,
let us talk the truth. It is never too serious. Remember to have fun. We are growing old.
There's more to life than just sex and boys.
Say no to relationships when you are young.
There's so much peer pressure going on. Probably you are a pastor's child.
You are always favored, and wherever you go, you always see favor.
Number one, Jesus loves you.
Yeah, be smart.
Greetings. Welcome to Meru University of Science and Technology. Today, we are having a session on women empowerment. On today's session, I have a set of special ladies. Keep tuned.
Hello people, welcome to Meru University. Today we are having a women's session of empowerment. We'll have girls in STEM who will empower the young girls in achieving what they have achieved and what they are willing to achieve. So my name is Zawadi Faith and I'll be the host. So I'd like to welcome you all.
My name is Faith Mutua, women rep from the School of Computing and Informatics. I'm also a model. I'm Miss Kavi Meru and I'm also Miss Kavi Meru campuses.
My name is Chipto Diana, a student in Meru University of Science and Technology. I'm taking a Bachelor of Education Arts, that is Mathematics and Business Studies option. I also serve as the SAMU Vice Chairperson 2021-2022.
My name is Mkare, pursuing Bachelor in Computer Science, year 4, semester 1. I'm the class rep and I'm proud to be here.
Hello guys, I'm Grace Wawera, taking Bachelor of Data Science and I'm also the class rep.
What we'd like to know first is what inspired you to be in STEM versus be a leader?
Nice. My inspiration as a leader is that I got to realize that I have a sense of purpose. And having a sense of purpose is that I try to bring a meaning to my life. And bringing that meaning to life is through leadership. So that's why I am a leader. Okay, to add on it is that I wanted to be an example to all the young girls outside there in the society, that they can also be leaders and bring a positive change to the society. Now, my inspiration to be a woman in STEM is number one, I got to realize technology. Okay, I got to realize that the future is all about technology. So I do not want to miss out. Number two is that I got to realize mathematics is all about figures. And women outside there always fear mathematics. That should not be the case. Math is very easy. It's nice interacting with mathematics.
For me, I realized that I had a sense of responsibility and I can't bear seeing things going south. And being a woman in STEM, I realized that I am happy interacting with computers and I love being creative and innovative.
I get a sense of satisfaction when I lead other people to achieve their own goals, and this alone gives me meaning to continue being a leader in my life.
A leader is always born to be, to influence a positive change to the world, and being among the STEM enhances me to practice good leadership and also enhance that girl who thinks that he can't do something in this field, like in mathematics, to tell her that it's easy and she can make it in life.
So moving on to the next question, why do you feel it's important for women to be in STEM programs?
It is important for women to be in STEM programs because number one, it empowers other women through projects. You know, these ladies who are in these programs always have their projects in technology, in mathematics. So when other women outside there look at how the projects are, it always encourages them. And number two is that we live in a male-dominated society. And when I say a male-dominated society, I mean there is always this perspective that men or men outside there are the only ones who knows mathematics. But when the women are in this program, it proves them wrong.
Who do you feel inspires you?
Well, for me, who inspires me? The people around me, the people who look up to me, and the people whom I look up to. The people whom I look up to, they hold me accountable for the dreams and the goals that I have told them I want to achieve. So, because of the faith they have in me, I have to strive for me to get to where I want to be. For the people who look up to me, if I make one wrong move, it will most probably lead them also to make a wrong move. So I have to be the best version of me, because I never know who is looking up to me. I never know whose eyes are on me. And that alone, it gives me the courage to keep moving forward.
The one who inspires me the most is my spiritual dad back at home. He is a Reverend Patrick Cheruiyot.
So what are the challenges that you have faced as women in STEM, and how have you handled them?
Some of the challenges we are facing as women in leadership are, number one, discrimination. You find that we live in a male chauvinist society. So whenever a lady or a woman who is in leadership gives a point or gives own view or suggests something, they don't normally listen to them because they feel like we are weak, we don't even make decisions right. So we should handle this by coming out confidently as ladies and women outside there, and air out our grievances, air out our points confidently. Number two, lack of opportunities. You find that in leadership, mostly they don't always involve ladies. They don't include ladies in leadership. So we should handle this as women by being creative and ensure that you just get into the available opportunity.
Okay, as a female leader, one of the challenges that I face is people expect you to go beyond your limit. Like they push you harder, even though it's positive, they want you to go beyond your limit. And that is a big challenge because for you to get an opportunity, they want you to be all perfect, and we all know that there's nobody who can be perfect. The other challenge I face is the sexual or gender harassment. Like in order to get something, either you're going for a workplace to get an interview, they expect you to give them something in return. So those are some of the challenges that the women face. So to handle those challenges is just believing in yourself, knowing that this is what I can do, and no matter how you push me, this is what I can give. And about the sexual harassment thing is being firm on your no and being firm on your yes.
The challenges that I've experienced as a woman in leadership or in STEM is unconscious bias. For example, you find that for a woman to receive mentorship or sponsorship, it takes a lot of effort. I'll give an example. For example, for a student, a lady who admires doing mathematics, technological kind of stuff, in a family, you'll find that the boy child will be most likely considered the better advantage to be promoted into campus for such activities. But for the lady, it becomes quite hard. I am aware that we are not in the 1980s, in the ages where the girl child was not being educated, but it still takes a lot of effort for the girl child to receive the kind of sponsorship and mentorship. And this unconscious bias, it really hinders so many doors for many girls out there. And today we'd like to inspire people out there that as women, we are capable, we also deserve, and we are also working hard. So we also ask our parents, ask our societies to also provide the mentorship and the sponsorship, because we are also here to keep pushing forward. To add on, a woman who is a leader or in STEM has so much pressure. Basically, we start with the basics. Family demands. Once as a lady you've hit a certain age, the questions back at home are, when are you starting a family? When are you doing this? And basically we have more goals than family. I'm not saying family is not important, no. That we should they should give us the opportunity to lead our lives as we deserve or as we desire. because at the end of the day, my goals are not similar to another lady's goals. What my family wants for me may not be necessarily what I want for myself. So out there, give us the opportunity and do not give us unnecessary pressure as ladies. We are aware of what we want in our lives and how we want to achieve it.
Can we have it all as women? The career, the family, and the success. Can we have it all?
Yes, I feel that the women in the society can have it all, the career, the success, and the family, all at once. This is because, okay, let me take you back to biology in high school. I learned something in the mind of a human being, that there is something called a corpus. So that corpus something helps a lady to multitask. Now, take for example secretaries. Those who work in big offices, they can receive a call as well as writing down the notes, as well as doing some other things, and you find that they are always successful. So they can do it all at once.
I've always been an out there person. What do I mean by an out there person? I'm the kind of person, if there's any gap to fill in an environment, I will most likely find myself filling it involuntarily. And I've grown up, in terms of leadership, I've been a leader all the way from primary school through high school, campus. This may seem like a good thing, but it may not necessarily be a good thing, because when you grow up like that, you end up finding yourself that in every environment, people already have a perspective of who you are supposed to be, and who they think you're supposed to be may not be necessarily who you are. So you may get lost in the waves of who people think you are and who you know you are. And trying to find that balance has been a journey. But what I can say is, the few times I think I can look back and wish I can get them are the times when I was not confident enough to go for something, or I was not confident enough to step up when I had an idea, or when I had something to say, or when I saw an opportunity. So basically, when you see that opportunity, when you feel you have something you can give to the world, don't be afraid. It may have been said by another person, but the way you, from your point of view, you will bring it to the world in a very different way. So yes, basically my journey has been that, and all I will say is I'm proud of who I am becoming, and I also want to see who I will be in the next few.
What I can say about my journey, well, it has been hectic, it has been hard, and at the end of the day we always thank God for being with us. So growing in a broken family, it has always been hard, and I was always an indoor person, suffered from social anxiety. I couldn't interact with people much, and I couldn't stand in front of people and address people or say something. But when I reached high school, I got a mentor, let me say that, my English teacher. She mentored me, and I became the head girl. First I became the deputy head girl, and later on I became the head girl. So my leadership journey started there. Then I came to campus. We all know peer pressure and everything. At first, in my first year, like I used to go I was in the bad books, the bad books. But I realized my purpose. I knew that I was made for more, not just the place I was. Some people encouraged me and told me, you know what, you can become a good model and all that. So I decided to take my first step and come out of my comfort zone. So then I took that opportunity, went on the runway. Then I got my first title, Miss Kavimere University. Then a week later, I contested for Miss Kavimere campuses, and I was baffled when I got the title again. And 3 weeks later, I was elected Women Rep School of Computing. So all in all, I just thank God for being with me throughout the way, and to all the people that encouraged me, because I know if it weren't for them pushing me, showing me that you're made for more. This is not where you're supposed to be. This is why, and showing me this is where you're supposed to be. I'm just grateful for them for knowing that I'm made of more and pushing me out of my comfort zone. Winning that leadership Nini with one vote, I didn't take it for granted. I just thanked that one person that made sure they casted their vote for me, and seeing that I can make a good leader. And yeah, that's all. I just know it's God's favor. Yeah.
My journey in leadership has not been easy. First of all, I want to thank God because He has always been faithful. I remember my leadership began back when I was in Form 1, when I was very young, whereby I was chosen to be the CU Vice Chairperson. And by then I was very shy. I was never confident. So I could not even stand in front of even 5 people to make even a statement. But as the time goes by, I built confidence. And when I was in Form 2, back in the year 2016, I was also chosen to be the medical counselor. And I think this actually helped me build more and more confidence. In Form 3, I became the CU chairperson. And in Form 4, I was the regional CU vice chairperson. This really helped me a lot, and I really thank God because by then I could not believe in myself that I could even stand in front of the people to be their leader. But I thank God for giving me the courage, for giving me that grace to lead the people. So in the university, I joined Campus when I was still very young, and in Campus, I was chosen to be the SAMU vice chairperson. And for my case, I couldn't know that even I can lead people, there are many. But I remember the word that my spiritual dad gave me back in the year 2016, that you are always favored, and wherever you go, you will always see favor. So I could see this as a favor, it's just by the favor of God. Yes.
Well, we all know everybody faces hardships in everything, and considering that I studied in a high school in Makueni, a day school, high school, and making it here to Campus, I didn't take it for granted. And what I could change about my journey is changing the perspective that I had about life, changing the view that I had about life, knowing that I'm a child born in a broken family. Yeah. When parents are divorced or something, you have to become the big baby. You have to become the big baby even if you have not ujafika hapo.
You mature earlier.
Yeah, you mature earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if I will change something about my journey, it's just changing my perspective and my goal about life.
Trusting in myself. Remember back then I was never trusting in myself. I didn't know that even I can do more in life. Yes. And number 2 is I will change something, giving an ear to the demotivators. Back then I wanted to be a doctor in life, but I had some people saying something about nursing, about clinical med, and that actually made me not to do the course. But I don't regret. I'm a teacher and I'm happy. Yeah.
Women leaders are so much more transformational than men leaders. I'm not being feminist right now, but let me explain. We are considered weak because we're emotional, but the fact that we are emotional, we are intelligent, it allows us to have a deeper and a better connection with the people whom we are leading. This alone, it builds a stronger community, and with a joined or a stronger community, the community will grow, will move forward. So what does it mean to be an African leader? Number one, it means that I've been born and I live in Africa. Number two, I'm a woman. Number three, it also means that, for me, it means that I get to lead people to achieve a certain goal. For example, right now I'm a class rep. It means that I can get to coordinate the few classmates that I lead, so that we can, at the end of the day, all of us as a whole graduate, so that communication from the lecturers to the people, it's all about service. It's all about service. So as a woman leader, we look forward to bettering Africa. We look forward to bettering our communities. We look forward to bettering our families, because at the end of the day, it boils down to family, community, and me and you. Owning your space, basically it means finding what you love doing, or what you can do best. It involves building your confidence towards the path that you want to take. And how can the government do this? The first and most basic, most powerful way to empower a lady is education. There's no other question. That's the very first way. So let's empower, let's push our families, and for the lesser families, can the government come in and support them so that the girl child can be educated. Number two, help the girls find their most basic path. Like, what am I good at? Am I good at singing? When my parents discover that I'm good at singing or I'm good at drawing, let them build up so that I can grow, not just in talent, but also in knowledge. There's a difference between having information and having knowledge. I can have information about something, but I don't really know about it. But when I have knowledge about something, it means that I can actually put what I know into practice, and I can also put what I know into building myself to become the most capable and the better version of me. So education, number two, supporting and nurturing to bring out what a girl knows best or what a girl can do. Mentorship gives one's life foundation. The reason why mentorship is important is, one, mentorship gives you accountability. Many times you may have the goals or the plans, but you're either too busy to have consistency or too lazy. You know, we are human. We know ourselves best. So mentorship gives one accountability. It also helps one develop in character, like confidence. When you have people who are cheering you on, life becomes easier. Like, it becomes easier to move through life. So mentorship also, it helps us develop our problem-solving skills. You may find that my point of view may not be necessarily wrong, but when I listen to what another person has to say, I will get to have a wider and a broader understanding of the situation. So it's good when we have mentors in our lives. Mentorship can also help us kickstart our professional lives. Where I want to go, there has been many more who have been there. And if I decide to turmoil on my own, the journey will be so much harder. But when I have people who can hold my hand, connections, life becomes so much easier. Why is it important to have mentorship? Okay, how can we find mentorship? Mentors. How can we find mentors? Number one, join communities. If you are in a school, join clubs. You will find people who have experienced much more than you. You will find maybe lecturers, teachers. These are people who have already been where you are, and they already have a better and a wider view of maybe what you're going through. So yes, join communities. You will most likely find a mentor in those communities. Number two, participate. When there are conferences, events, put yourself out there. You will meet people who are on the same path like you. You will meet people who are drawn to you. You will meet people who are inspired by who you are. And these people may be willing enough to hold your hand and to work with you. So basically, don't shun yourself in. Put yourself out there. Join communities. Go online, network, and you'll be good to go.
I'm passionate about athletics. I remember back in the year 2020, I was privileged to be among those students who were selected to participate and represent Meru University of Science and Technology in the National Cross-Country Championship. And what I can say is that we emerged to be the best. So I'm really passionate about the same. Number two thing is that I'm passionate about fashion designing. And it is my dream that in the near future, God is going to help me to, open a room whereby ladies will be designed.
It's never too serious. We're growing up and you have so much pressure. Oh, I want that long hair. There's so much that we want when you're growing up. But it's never that too serious. You can have broken relationships, we're growing up, but it's never too serious. You will always heal. You will always be growing. You will always be changing. It is never too serious. So basically, just be you. Remember to have fun. We are growing old. A few years from now, you'll not be able to dance around and jump up and down. No. So take your time. Take your time to grow. Take your time to understand who you are. Understand what you are good at. And don't lose time. You don't have time, by the way. You don't have time. So be you. Be you.
To be content, to be confident, to be self-driven, and to be grateful for every little achievement I got. An advice I will give to a girl watching this is, first and foremost, believe in yourself. Believe that you're made of more. Believe that you can do even what you think you cannot do. To have confidence. Second, to be self-driven. Third, to be passionate about anything they do. And fourth, to know that it's never too early to make a change and it's never too late to make a difference.
A young girl. Keyword, you are young. Don't waste that. You are valuable. You are so much valuable. So take your time to find a mentor. If you have a problem finding a mentor, find out who you are or what you love doing. Right now, you may not be necessarily certain that this is what I want to do. Take those 5 paths you think you have the energy. Just take your time and understand that you are worthy, you are valuable, and just grow you. You will benefit so much from growing yourself a few years from now, rather than losing yourself trying to please every other person in the world. It's all about you. You're the center of your universe. Yes.
An advice to a young girl is say no to relationships when you are young. There is always time for everything. And God is saying that He'll make everything beautiful at its own time. So wait patiently and stay focused. Focus on your goal to have good morals. Be honest in all your dealings. Whenever you are dressing, be smart. Be smart.
Dear girl child watching this, my parting shot is, there's more to life than just sex and boys.
My parting shots to anyone out there, you may be 40, you may be 30, you may be 20, but I would like to say it's never too late. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to try. And don't get carried away in the waves of the world. Yes, women empowerment, sometimes we let that get to our heads. Sometimes we think that the male part of the society is not important, but the reason why we have dads, the reason why we have brothers is because we need that male in your life. Sometimes the male part of us gives us stability, it gives us direction, it gives us guidance, so respect them. Number 2, respect everyone. Don't be rude. Don't have specific people whom you prefer to show your kindness to. No. What you give to the world, it will always give back. So give your best. Even when nobody is watching, give your best. Give your best. Be kind, do you.
My parting shot is about the power of a tongue. Remember, a tongue can talk, it can oppose, it can eat, it can also negate, it can get, and it can also order. So about the power of a tongue, there is this verse from the book of Proverbs chapter 12 verses 18, which says that death and life are in the tongue. So whoever love his or her own tongue will eat its fruit. So people outside there, let's always confess positive things to our lives. Let's always, whenever you wake up every morning, speak to yourself. Tell yourself, Diana, you are beautiful. Diana, you are blessed, you are favored, you can do this. Just speak or confess positive things towards you and your friends also. Thank you.
So I like writing. I have a small piece here. I would like to read. It's called Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Oh dear mirror, one simple object, but with tremendous effect on man. Some look at it and see too fat. Some look at it and see loser. People keep pointing out. Some see elegance. Others, who knows? I hear vampires see more than we do. There was a time I looked and I didn't see anything. Nah, don't get me wrong. I didn't see because I didn't look. Somehow it felt safer than looking into it and get disappointed. By what exactly? I'm not sure, but there never lacked something. A mirror is the eyes we see ourselves through. Do you think you're ugly because the girl next door thinks you are? You think your work is too shoddy because your lousy boss thinks it is? What we see, we tend to believe. What we see, backed with what we hear, can do some very permanent damage. So what's the point of talking about all this? What you make your mirror defines you. For me, I tend to make the Lord my mirror. Why? Because all we ever need to do is look ourselves through God's eyes. Let His will reflect on our lives. God says you're above and not below. He says you will go through since He not only made you, but He also lives in you. Yes, who doesn't own a mirror in the house? Where can we find a mirror? Our windows can show reflection. Car vehicles, they show reflection. I mean, if mirrors were to be dangerous, they really have the upper hand. But before your questions of doubt and misbelief chew me, listen. A mirror is a point of reflection, an object we look into to see what we look like, to see that disturbing pimple on the face. But most importantly, a mirror shows us what we look like, what we are. Jesus Christ is the only true mirror we should look through and look into. When we see broken beyond belief, we see healing coming through. When we pour the Lord's love and positivity into our lives, it could change us, it could heal us. Be the people we yearn to be. Forget the do's and the don'ts that you can and can't get right, because in Him, you become what He beholds. In Him, you become who He reflects. God loves you and God loves you so much. Kidoti. So, to add on that, Mary University of Science and Technology, first years and second year girls, and all of us, let me talk to you for 1 minute. There's so much peer pressure going on. You've come from your family background, probably you're a pastor's child, which we do not know, but you know. Probably you know what is right and what is wrong, but you are too afraid to live up to what you believe in your heart because you're afraid of the people around you. Why are we talking about this? Unprotected sex, unwanted pregnancies, HIV. Let us talk the truth. wewe hapo, okay, you there, you know that you're engaging yourselves in these things, but you are too afraid to say no to your friends. Number one, Jesus loves you. Mimi, I love you so much. We out here appreciate you so much. You are worthy, you are of value. So care for yourself. Life is bigger than you. Your kids are waiting for you, your whole generation. But then if you mess up right now, you're messing up the whole generation after you. So let us avoid drowning our souls in the wrong things. Let us grow ourselves. Let us avoid unnecessary activities. You will not perish, you will not die if you don't get involved in some of these activities. Actually, you will be preserving your innocence. You will be preserving your beauty. So preserve that beauty. Do what in your very heart you know is right. Avoid sex. Avoid drugs. Study. You came to school to study. Study. Full stop. Take care of you. Take care of you. Nobody else will take care of you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching today's episode. It has been a lovely session on women empowerment. Stay tuned on the next one.